Picture this. It's 2:47 a.m. You're awake, not because you want to be, but because your brain won't shut up. Bills, rent, food, that one unexpected expense that keeps coming back like a villain in a movie. And the worst part? You're doing everything right, but somehow it still feels like you're stuck. Now here's the uncomfortable truth no one tells you. Escaping poverty isn't just about working harder, because if hard work alone worked, millions of people wouldn't still be struggling. The real difference? It's leverage. Some careers give you leverage. Others trap you in a cycle where no matter how hard you push, you barely move forward. And that's what this video is about. Not follow your passion, not just believe in yourself, but real careers, the ones that actually give people a way out. The kind where your effort compounds instead of resets every month. Because here's something most people don't realize. Two people can work the same number of hours, but one ends up stuck for life and the other builds freedom. Same effort, different vehicle. So what are those vehicles? What are the careers that quietly pull people out of poverty without luck, connections, or crazy talent? I'm going to walk you through 10 of them, but not in the way you expect, because this isn't just a list. This is a roadmap, a way to see which path fits you based on how you think, what you're good at, and how you want your life to look. And by the end of this video, one of these careers is going to stand out, not as an option, but as your escape plan. Let's start with one that almost nobody takes seriously. Career number 1, skilled trades, electricians, plumbers, welders. I know, not glamorous, but here's what makes this powerful. These are careers where demand is high and supply is shrinking, meaning prices go up, income goes up, and most importantly, you get paid based on skill, not status. Think about it. When your electricity goes out, you don't care about someone's degree. You care if they can fix it. That's leverage. Now here's career number 2, digital skills. Things like video editing, graphic design, copywriting. These are skills you can learn online, often for free, but people underestimate them because they don't look like real jobs. Big mistake, because once you're good, you're not limited by your location anymore. You can work for someone in another country, earn in stronger currencies, and scale faster than traditional jobs. Then comes number 3, sales. Now this one scares people because it feels risky, but here's the truth. Sales is one of the few careers where your income is directly tied to your results. No waiting, no ceiling. If you can sell, you can survive anywhere and eventually thrive. Now here's the pattern you should notice. These careers don't require years of expensive education. They require skill, and skill can be built. But here's where most people mess up. They try to learn everything at once, instead of picking one path and going all in. Because the difference between struggling and succeeding isn't knowing multiple things, it's becoming valuable in one thing. And the next category? This is where things start to scale. Now let's talk about careers that don't just make you money, they multiply your income over time. Starting with number 4, technology. Software development, data analysis, cybersecurity. These careers are powerful for one reason. Once you solve a problem once, it can be used thousands of times. That's scale. You're no longer trading time for money, you're creating value that keeps paying. And here's the crazy part. You don't need to be a genius to get into tech. You just need to be consistent enough to not quit. Next, number 5, healthcare. Now this one takes longer, but it's one of the most stable paths out there. Why? Because people will always need care, and that demand doesn't disappear during recessions. But here's the key. Not every healthcare role requires 10 years of school. There are faster paths, like nursing, medical tech, and specialized support roles. Then comes number 6, entrepreneurship. Now, before you scroll away, I'm not talking about get rich quick. I'm talking about solving real problems for real people, because that's what a business is. And when you do it right, your income isn't capped. But here's the catch. Entrepreneurship is risky if you don't have a foundation. That's why most people fail. They skip the skill building stage and jump straight into building something, instead of earning first, then scaling.
And that brings us to a critical shift, because the next careers, they don't just make money, they build wealth. Now we're entering a different level. These aren't just careers that help you survive, they help you build assets. Number 7, finance, accounting, financial analysis, investment management. These careers teach you something most people never learn: how money actually works. Not just earning it, but keeping it, growing it, multiplying it. Because escaping poverty isn't just about income, it's about what you do with that income. Then comes real estate. This one is interesting because you can start small and grow over time. Maybe it starts with managing properties, maybe helping others buy or sell. But eventually, you own assets, assets that pay you, even when you're not working. That's when the game changes. Number 9, content creation. And before you think that's too saturated, listen, this isn't about going viral. It's about building attention, because attention is leverage. Whether it's YouTube, TikTok, or even writing, if you can hold people's attention, you can turn that into income and, more importantly, opportunity. But here's the truth most people ignore. Content creation is slow at first, which is why most people quit before it works. And finally, number 10, the one that ties everything together. The 10th career isn't really a career, it's a mindset, learning how to learn. Because every path we just talked about requires one thing: the ability to improve, to adapt, to stay consistent long enough to see results. And this is where most people lose, not because they picked the wrong career, but because they quit too early. They expect fast results in systems designed for long-term growth. But here's the shift that changes everything. Instead of asking, "What career will make me rich?" ask, "What career will make me valuable?" Because value is what gets paid. Value is what gets promoted. Value is what creates freedom. And once you become valuable, you can transfer that skill anywhere. Different country, different industry, different economy. You're no longer stuck. And that's the real goal. Not just money, but options. So if you're watching this right now, feeling stuck, here's what I want you to do. Don't try to do all 10. Pick one, just one, and go all in for the next 6 to 12 months. Learn it, practice it, get better at it every single day. Because the people who escape poverty aren't the ones who try everything. They're the ones who commit. And remember this, your current situation, that's not your final destination. It's just your starting point. And the moment you choose a path and stick with it long enough, that's when everything starts to change. Now the question is, which one are you choosing?